Hey, good morning. This is Doug here, realtor here in Utah. Uh, been talking about things that are on the blog uh, that I've attached that link here. So if you get a second, go read that blog. That's a fantastic read. Um, anyway, we're talking about buying a house in 2023. Uh, Real quick synopsis. I'm really optimistic. I think there's inventory to be had. There's um, lots of things happening to help buyers as far as incentives and different things that way. Um, so I really am optimistic as far as buyers in 2023. One of the things that you need to really make sure that you have as a buyer is you need to have I'm going to call it a salesperson. And why do I say that? Well, in real estate, I would guess that over half of your real estate agents are not real estate agents, they're tour guides. Let me show you the house. Oh, look, this is pretty, that's pretty, this is pretty. They're tour guides. So they just open the house for you. But what you really need is somebody that's more of a salesperson. And a salesperson knows how to take your wants and needs and ask questions and get to those answers and then be able to help you find what you need. Now, for example, you want to buy a car. So you walk onto a car lot. What are they going to ask? Do you want 4 doors or 2 doors? Do you need 4 seat belts? Do you need 8 seat belts? Do you need 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive? I mean, all of those things are just sales questions. And so when you go to buy a house, you need somebody that knows how to do that. Because a lot of times you don't know in the psychology of it, you don't know sometimes what you're looking for. One of the best stories I like to tell you is that when my wife and I, when we were looking at houses, my wife kept saying, "No, this one's not quite right," or "That one's not quite right." And there were some obvious ones on a couple of them that I agreed, but there were some others that I just finally sat her down and I'm like, "What is it?" And she said, "Well," she goes, I don't want the kitchen sink in eyesight of the front door." Okay, well, I didn't know that. I had never even thought of that. But that was important to her. So, boy, that made, as we move forward, that made those decisions even better and easier, because walk in the front door, oh, no, this isn't going to work. Anyway, but that's part of selling, is finding out those things. Is it, do you have a special purpose that you need a extra wide or deep garage? You need, do you have a dog and so you want a fenced yard, or kids, so you want a fenced yard? There's all kinds of those things. And it really starts even before that in, where do you want to live? Here, where we're at here in Utah, I mean, you have a couple of big colleges with a lot of college students around them. Do you want to live in the college atmosphere, have younger families around you? Do you want to live in more of a mature area that has fewer kids, or older kids? Do you want to live more rural? Do you want to live in the middle of the town? All of those things are very important questions that, as a buyer, the more of those that you could answer for yourself up front, the better that's going to be. Because then you can go to your realtor and say, "Hey, we really want to be more rural, but we like having families around us." Okay, so that tells me that you want more of a small town feel, but you want to be closer to the downtown area. You can say, "I really like the architecture of the older buildings." Okay, so then we need to find an older building, maybe, or an older home that maybe has been remodeled or something of that nature for you. So it really does come down to finding that right salesperson, but do a lot of that homework yourself. You know, how far away do you want to live from work? How many bedrooms do you need? Do you need two? Do you need three? You know, do you want a new construction home where you have the main level is all complete and you have a basement that at some point you can finish the basement yourself? All of those things play into the decisions, and they also, quite frankly, play into your price points. You know, the more remote or rural that you get, typically the prices are less expensive. And that's some of those trades that you have and that you'd need to talk to your realtor. I'd love to be a realtor, and I would love to help you find a house in 2023. I think we can definitely do that, and I'd love the challenge and love to be able to help you. So give me a call, check out the blog, and we'll talk soon.